Hello game developers and welcome to the channel. The question of the day is, are foreign investors looking to invest in game development in India? So there are not a lot of places where you can get views about foreign investors and what they think about it, particularly game development in India. But the Gato conference gave us a little glimpse. They brought in a few foreign investors and we got to know their views. One of the things is that we know pretty much for sure that India is growing and growing at a very fast rate. And since China has grown really well in last 10 years, as the growth peaks, additional growth becomes more difficult. So India is at a point where we have a lot of space to grow. So whether it's right now, whether it's in a few years, whether it's in few more years, but one thing we know for sure is that the space to grow is there. So the Indian consumer, let's say, is increasingly getting more money to spend. The thing about gaming is that people here love video games, right? That much we know. Now, not so much consoles and not so much PC gaming for now, but people do love video games, right? So whether on mobile it's PUBG or whether it's Free Fire or any other game or even if you look at, go to a little market, that has existed for 10, 20, 30, 40 years and they are selling something, you'll see shopkeepers sitting around playing Ludo with each other, right? They're playing Ludo on their mobile phone, the Ludo app. We've seen how high the craze of what was that game? Candy Crush, right? With people could find people in their own home, right? Mummy सारे दिन Candy Crush खेलती रहती है यार. We had people in Delhi Metro who were playing video games like that. And these are not just things that we are seeing, right? So the investors, the foreign investors, are also seeing that this is a market in India. They can see that people are spending money in India on video games, or at least spending time and spending attention. Because if they're spending attention, that itself is a currency. So it's inevitable that foreign investors would be interested in looking at the market and investing and becoming a part of the market in some way or the other. So it's inevitable that foreign investors would look at India, right? So now the question becomes, is this the time when they are looking? Have they started looking, or it's going to be 10 years in the future when they will start looking? Indian game developer community, from what I've seen, is it's still a fairly small sized community. So one thing you can start doing is slightly, if not, because a lot of game developers I've seen are introverts and sort of like staying within their own comfort zone, let's say, right? So, but getting slightly involved in the community is something that's going to take you a little bit forward, as time goes on. So there are game development communities, there are, events that happen, there are even something like messaging groups or Discord groups that happen. If nothing else, then you can just find YouTube channels for game developers and start interacting in the comments, read the comments of other people and see where that goes. But getting involved in the game development community is another plus that will help you connect with investors. Now, are investors themselves, international investors themselves, looking at India? And the answer is yes. In the Gato conference, we had a panel discussing investments in game development in India, and we had someone representing foreign investors and funds who are looking to invest in multiple countries and that sort of a thing. So I am optimistic. And not just that, we also have bigger companies who have their game development, the back end stuff and the development stuff happening in India. So the talent is also growing, right? The pool of the talent of the people who can develop games, who can develop good designers, good level designers, good programmers, that pool is growing. So inevitably foreign investors are looking at India, because they also like playing a little bit with the risk. They call themselves, we take managed risks, or that's where their game is. They love analyzing the right place to put in the money. So they are always looking, right? So they are open to and especially, one of the biggest things that happened in recent times, this year itself, was the IPO of Nazara Technologies, right? Which is it has several gaming related divisions, like that company that does esports. What's its name? Nodwin. How can we forget Nodwin, right? So Nodwin conducted an international tournament in Mumbai. So these things are happening. So inevitably, foreign investors are looking at India. It's not the biggest thing that holds an investor is FOMO. It's the fear of missing out. You should remember that one. So investors really cannot handle fear of missing out. So as Nazara Technology raised billions in dollars, and pretty much everyone got rich, I assume. Very prominent Indian investors invested millions, and they made even more millions. So the money is already there. Investors are there. Shareholders are ready to take risk with a game development company like Nazara Technologies, which means they are open to these ideas. So foreign investors are watching, and they know that the market is ready. So what I'll do is, from the Gato conference, there was an entire panel about how investors and foreign investors and even domestic investors are looking at India. I'll attach that link to the full video, to the full discussion, in the description below. You can check out that description, check out the whole video, check out that discussion, and come to your own conclusions whether or not foreign investors are ready to invest in India. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for visiting this channel. I'll keep bringing more videos. If you want to share this video with other game developers, go for it. If you want to share your opinion about this topic, put it in the comments of this video down below, and I'll try to respond to as many as I can. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.